This video was produced for Noblesville High School teachers and will provide an overview of the discussion format known as the Socratic Seminar. There are many discussion formats out there that refer to themselves as a Socratic Seminar. However, in order to be a Socratic Seminar, 3 principles need to be followed. A Socratic Seminar is a group of individuals who engage in civil dialogue in order to come to a collaborative understanding about a complex text. So when we see this phrase or this term, Socratic Seminar, we always want to keep in mind that ideally it should be organized along the lines of a dialogue, not a debate, that collaboration, not competition, should be the aim, and that civility, not showmanship, be the types of behaviors that we acknowledge. The role of the facilitator in a Socratic Seminar is to act as both a referee, who judges moves in the discussion that support or do not support the content, and who identifies exemplary or even outside the rules of good seminar behavior. The role of the facilitator as well is to act as a coach who can diagnose the overall play and who can propose improvements in performance and strategies. The participants are to be active listeners and speakers. Specific roles can also be assigned or self-selected. These are roles such as explorers or gadflies, librarians and detectives, matchmakers or judges, taste testers, journalists, even specialty roles like shadows and mappers. Socratic seminars lend themselves to many different seating arrangements. The 3 most common are the circle, the fishbowl, and the horseshoe. Regardless of which arrangement is selected, 2 principles are important to remember. All participants should have an unobstructed view of each other, and the facilitator should be seated as part of the group. Facilitators will want to avoid taking a position of power or authority because participants will instead look to the facilitator as the one with all the answers instead of engaging in collaborative dialogue and inquiry. Once seating arrangements and roles are determined and understood, additional resources needed to conduct a Socratic seminar include a readily accessible text formatted with easy-to-identify segments such as numbered lines and paragraphs, the list of seminar guidelines, which reminds participants of the ground rules for the Socratic seminar. Also recommended for groups larger than 15 is some sort of back channel or discussion forum where other participants in observer mode can also participate in a virtual space about the same questions or issues being addressed in real time. And lastly, it's a good idea to have a sheet that defines those specialty roles that participants may be asked or required to play in some Socratic seminars. Once the participants and facilitator have arranged themselves and understand their roles and have their materials, it's now time to begin the Socratic seminar itself. Students are issued the text that they discuss either the class period before, or in some cases, the text can be given to them the day of the seminar. Then, the Socratic seminar moves through a sequence of 4 parts. First is the vocabulary segment, where the participants define any unfamiliar or unknown words, phrases, or references. Then is the open-ended question issued by the facilitator. The discussion around this question comprises the bulk of the Socratic seminar and is the single most important act of the facilitator in a Socratic seminar. The facilitator then spends the time of the seminar coaching and refereeing from the sidelines and will end the discussion period with a closing question. In the closing question, all participants will be required to speak, even if they only listen during the open-ended question period itself. The closing question is always a question about process. What did we do well in our discussion practices? How can we do better next time? The final element of the Socratic seminar sequence is the post-seminar reflection, which can serve as a summative assessment of the student's understanding of the content of the discussion. What new information or insights about the topic did a participant gain from today's seminar? What can a participant learn today about the topic that will help them tomorrow?